Hi, my name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to The Crimson Fly, a special subset of the SkipperWing Draws a Thing process videos. Links to a silent version of this video without commentary can be found in the cards and description below. Today's strip, issue 4, strip number 54. One more strip. We're almost done with issue 4 and volume 1, I promise. But this strip wasn't actually anything special, and I'm kind of grateful for that because as of the time of this recording, real life is getting a little bit more complicated than I would like. So sometimes you have breather strips like this where there's just a lot of dialogue and not so much action. And so yeah, I just kind of took that, ran with it, and just kind of let it be. My usual estimate time for doing these strips, I give myself about a week. My regular schedule, Sunday, I come up with the script for that week's strip. Monday, I usually do the thumbnails. Tuesday, I do the ink and paint for the static parts. Wednesday, I do the rough animation for the animated parts. Thursday and Friday, I do the cleanup and presentation. And then Saturday, I compile the videos. At least that's how it's supposed to work. It usually doesn't always pan out like that because I am a lazy, procrastinating putz. So this strip was actually done in 2 days. One day for the comic illustration, and then the next day for the actual animation. And that's because there really wasn't a lot of animation to do. There was just the water effects for the first panel, and also the nudging for the fourth panel. Now, I did try and stretch that out a little bit by giving it like actual animation, but that wasn't really necessary, and that's always something that I'm worried about when I'm doing animated comic book strips. I don't want the animated parts to be a unnecessary gimmick that happens just because, oh, I said animated, so here's your animation. Do you care if it's that good? You didn't? You do? Well, it's not? Well, too bad. And I strive not to do that. And I think that superhero comics are actually a great venue for that because there's always lots of action and stuff to do. So, but this isn't one of those strips. This is more or less a sort of wind down for the comic. Narratively speaking, I always want the Crimson Fly's victories to be a tinge bittersweet. So that way it doesn't come off as happy endings, but more that there is a cost to winning. However, the rest of the strip has been kind of constantly beating him down. So I decided to give him a break. And in a lot of ways, it mirrors how I feel about my own life, if I might get personal for a little bit. I don't really think that there is that you can really get anything without paying some sort of cost. And that's not sort of in the hokey sense, the metaphysical equivalent exchange, Full Metal Alchemist, nothing is without price thing. Just the way that my life has gone, there's usually a cost to be paid for getting anything you want. And so that sort of reflects in the comic. So when something goes unequivocally well, it feels very strange. And so for me, with the Crimson Fly being essentially a teenage author avatar, it feels weird for him to win unequivocally, rather than have something go wrong despite his best intentions. So yeah, I put that in the comic. I also realized that when I started doing the action script, that I was doing it on the second screen that I have, and so I moved it down. You'll see that in a second. The other reason why I focused on doing this strip in 2 days was because I'm also working on compiling all of the animated comics into a single compilation app as of the time of this recording. And certain strips, like the vertical strip from 2 weeks ago, make that kind of hard because all the other strips are horizontal, and if I design for that interface, well then what do I do with the vertical ones? So my solution is to make it more like the print comics. If you check out my Instagram, SkipperWing, you'll see. But yeah, I think I have a compilation app, and once everything is all set up and volume 1 is done, those will go on sale. Yay!
And that's it for today's video. If you want to see this strip in its true format, please click the links in the annotations and cards. If you're new, please like and subscribe for more content. This is Colin SkipperWing Bird signing out. I'll catch you peeps later.